The Charles Richardson Show is uncensored and is for adults only. Mature or immature, doesn't matter.
There's no commercials for Jägermeister.
There's none. I've never seen one. Have you? No, I have. Right? There should be some, right? So you know what you're getting into. But there aren't any. But I thought of some. Do you guys want to hear it? Do you? Do you, don't you? You do? Okay. Commercials for Jägermeister. A guy comes out of a hedge. He's covered in mud and blood. He's holding one high heel shoe. Did I just eat a stripper? Jaeger. There you go. To the point. Direct. How about another one? Can you do another one? I think you can. A little girl is sitting on the swing. Not swinging. A tear rolls down her cheek. Where's Daddy? Jaeger. There you go. How about a third one? Can you do another one, you think? You guys are great. Okay. A guy, let's call him me, is fucking the left eye of a pumpkin, okay? If that pumpkin didn't want it, why was it smiling at me? Jaeger. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to teach. I'm teaching.
I see coronavirus rising. I see politicians making hay. I see boomers acting frightened. I see the stocks have crashed today. Don't go out tonight, cause you probably won't die. There's corona on the rise. I hear the media exploding. I know they're mostly just buffoons. I fear the economy that's slowing. I hear my neighbor getting groomed. Don't go out tonight, cause you probably won't die. There's corona on the rise. I hope you got your toilet paper. I hope your grannies do not die. Looks like we're binging shows together, watching the latest game online. Don't go out tonight, cause you probably won't die. There's corona on the rise. Don't go out tonight, cause you probably won't die. There's corona on the rise.
I was in San Francisco, California. This is weird. You know what they got in San Francisco? A gay mafia. A gay mafia. What the hell? Let me ask you something. If you're in a gay mafia and you get whacked, is that good or bad? All right, what the hell? Yeah, say hello to my little friend. Where the hell that come from? All right. I was in Los Angeles, California, and I enjoyed going out there. But there was a magazine out there said that 50 is the new 40. You ever see that article? 50 is the new 40, and then there's another one said 30 is the new 20. I sent it to my cousin. Hopefully he can convince a judge that 16 is the new 21. All right. Right, dude. I seen Hugh Hefner. What's Hugh Hefner? About 80-something, 90 years old? He's old. I know that. All right. He's walking down the street with a Playboy bunny under each arm in L.A. I swear I thought they was filming Weekend at Bernie's 3 when I seen him go down there. Good Lord, I feel sorry for him, surrounded by all them good-looking women. 80s, he can't do nothing, you know. He's like a little kid at Disney World, too little to go on the really good rides. You know what I mean? He tries to hop on them supermodels. He ends up getting real dizzy and has to sit on the edge of the bed the whole night, you know, eating crackers and drinking 7-Up. My buddy's like, he's on Viagra, but a lot of good Viagra does. If you sleep through the whole boner, you're 83 years old, for God's sake. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was reading somewhere it said that Viagra's one of the side effects is it makes some folks go blind. How big are these things getting? Poking people's eyeballs out with wieners in this country. Unbelievable. I don't use Viagra, knock on wood. All right, I don't use Viagra. That's right. Yeah, if I got trouble in that department, I'll just push start it. But they say Viagra in some money trouble. I don't know if they is or not, but I can see why. Who the hell wants to buy Viagra? It's embarrassing. Good Lord, that's why I say they want to pick up sales, sell it at the Home Depot, call it wood preservative. All right, that's what you do. I'd watching a TV commercial. They had some on there. Cialis give you a 7-hour boner. Good Lord. What are you going to do the other 6 hours and 56 minutes? All right. 7 hours. What, you going to take that thing fishing or something? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the original pocket fisherman right there. That's what I got. Oh, yeah. I'm going to cast out and get a big red snapper on that thing. That's what I'm going to do. 7-hour boner. Give me a pill, give me a 4-minute boner. That's all I need. The rest is just kind of a nuisance, if you ask me. Be walking around town, look like you smuggled a Chico stick in your pants out of the Walgreens. I was in Las Vegas. We stayed at the Hooters Casino and went to the Hooters Casino down there. Boy, a dealer flopped a big pair when we were over there. My buddy went all in. I didn't know what happened. I was playing the slut machine all night, so I don't know what happened.
Mask, wear a mask. Is this really much to ask? Tie some fabric round your face. Oh, it's the simplest of tasks. At the gym, at the store, don't treat it like such a chore. No, these mandates aren't malicious. All your theories are fictitious. Stop the lies, stop the fights. No one's taking away your rights. All this speculation makes me need a flask. Come on and read some data. All you masturbators, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask.
It's a mask, it's a mask. Heaven's sakes, it's just a mask. Such a shame that asking folks to follow rules gets you harassed. You can shout, you can glare, but listen, Karen, I don't care. Never seen folks so dramatic over a f***ing piece of fabric. Hard to breathe, feels too hot. Quit your bitching, there's a thought. Suck it up, and don't you give me any sass. We've got a lot to do, and it's not just the flu. So wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Get your head out of your ass. Try to think of someone other than yourself is all we ask. While you sit watching Fox, ignoring science and the docs.
Well, your ignorance is showing as the death toll keeps on growing. Case by case, test by test. Don't forget, you're not oppressed till we put this damn pandemic in the past. Try not to be so grouchy, have some faith in Fauci. Wear a mask, wear a mask, wash your hands and wear a
Live from the Raw Talk Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 you, Yahoo.
What do you yo?
Yo, 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 what up?
Oh,
Word to-
please, come
word-
on now.
Word to your mother.
That's how you're going to start the show now?
Absolutely. Well, today.
Oh, brother.
It is March the 4th, 2022. TGIF, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the weekend.
It is?
I'm over here talking with my wife with this book that my son brought home. Oh, we had books that they gave us at the fair, or the book fair. Brand new Dog Man. And she showed me some of these comic strips things in here, and it's like it's one that they're fighting, and this guy's ripping out the bones out of this dude. Like, what the hell is this? And then she
Well, that's just like Roadrunner and the Coyote.
Yeah, but this is more fighting. Roadrunner and Coyote was always fun with objects and stuff like that. This one here, it's like, oh, do anybody want some wet candy I found on the ground? I mean, that's just promoting bad habits for kids. And
Damn.
you know, and he's very influential, if you know what I mean.
I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? 813-699-5353. That's the number to call. Alyssa's going back. You get everything settled? Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works.
He's in the bed, but he's still really mad, and he's refusing to clean up his stuff right now, and I'm just not even gonna indulge it.
Yeah, don't indulge it. Don't indulge in something sweet like those Cinnabons we had from Taco Bell. Those are things that I would indulge in all day long.
Cinnabons from Taco Bell?
Oh, you have not? You've not
Really?
had those? Oh my
I
God.
wouldn't think of Taco Bell for Cinnabons.
It's like a little donut hole that's filled with like frosting.
Icing.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're talking about balls of power you were talking about on Wednesday. This has got
Mine are better.
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying balls of power. This definitely has some power behind it. Power to knock you into a freaking diabetic coma. But anyway, that's something you indulge in.
Oh my God, no thank you. No, thank you.
It's something. I just needed something. It was just not.
I gotcha.
It hasn't been the greatest week. So, but
hey, sometimes you gotta indulge in some sugary goodness.
Yeah. I'm not
I highly believe in chocolate therapy.
Yeah, I'm not going ahead here and gonna release all my laundry here, but yeah, it was not a good week this week.
I'm totally sorry.
Yeah, what about your week? Your week go better than mine?
Yeah, it hasn't been a horrible week. I mean, my MRI was a little icky, but that's okay. I did finally get an article I've been working on forever done. And I got a blog post done, so I feel a little accomplished now.
And where do you post those blogs again, just to the record?
The blogs are on gencoffee.com.
Okay. Who's that barking cat again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is he barking all the time? I don't get it.
He's got a hairball he's working on. It sounds terrible, but he's drinking, he's eating, he's peeing, he's pooping, he's happy, he's playful, he's cuddly and purry. He's just got a hairball he's working
doing that all at once, eating, drinking, peeing, and pooping.
It definitely
makes you wonder, right? I think he ate my hair. He does like to nuzzle in my hair, and I think he got a hold of my hair.
That hairball on your end.
Yeah. I keep trying to hit the mute so you won't hear it.
No, it's coming through when you talk, so it's not gonna matter.
I'm trying.
The cat barking. It's just unusual. A cat barking.
It's not barking. It's working.
It's wow.
I know.
We got a worker cat out there.
Yeah, he's working. He's working hard.
Now, we're not going to go there. We are on YouTube tonight. We're testing stuff out.
We are.
Instead of going on, I can only go 3 streams on this StreamYard bullshit. So we're going on the Charles Richardson Show Facebook page. We're going on the Just for Fun Network page. And then I said, you know what? Let's just take my personal profile away for a second, and let's see what we get with YouTube. We're on the Charles Richardson Show YouTube channel, which, by the way,
that's a very good idea. Very well done. Very well done, sir.
Well, we'll see how it works. If it doesn't work out, then I just may go back
Yeah, but you can share the feed to your personal page and accomplish the same thing.
That's true too. That's true. Never thought of that. I'm not a social media guru like you may be.
I probably shared it out a good 30-ish or so.
Well, that's why my subscriptions have gone up to 30 instead of 12. I got more subscribers than Nazi Joe. I'm actually happy.
Oh wow!
I'm actually
good on you, man.
Yeah,
I heard he's got no place to play no more.
Oh yeah, I know. So that's the update.
Couldn't happen to a better racist prick KKK bullshit artist, misogynist pig.
So just after one Sunday test, all the reports kicked them off Live 365.
I can only imagine why.
Well, yeah, duh.
I literally had never heard that word, the N-word, more times in my entire life in one sitting than I did that test.
Yep.
So-called test.
And he goes on YouTube. It's like, well, nobody's going to fuck with me ever again. Well, you don't have to worry.
You know what's funny about it?
Anymore.
Wait, here's something that's funny about it. Gooba, for one thing, what he bought is for a 24-hour station, something that you always have something on. So he was broadcasting empty air unless he was on there. The funny thing is that Live 365 just launched a podcast version.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have gone.
Did they launch it? Because I know they're talking about it.
I believe it's launched now. I believe they launched.
I gotta look into that.
But I thought it was friggin' hysterical that he bought a station to broadcast dead air, except for the brief moments he was on to spill out the worst racist crap I have practically ever heard. At least in one sitting, I should say. And now they're going to do podcasting, which is exactly what he was trying to do. But we are talking about somebody that can't fight his way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, he couldn't figure out how to attach an email, an attachment to an email.
Yeah.
And he got pissed because nobody would get off of live air to go help him, which is really weird. But I had no idea he was that bad until Sunday.
And again, it actually shocked you. I mean, did you really expect something less than that?
It actually, I did. The fact that he called me a Jew bitch didn't shock me.
Okay.
The depths and nastiness that he went to for people of color absolutely did shock me, actually. Up until that point, well, up until you tried to have him, I thought there was hope. There's this really great guy out there, and I could find the information and share it. It's this black guy who befriended intentionally KKK members, not just any KKK member. He befriended like the head honcho dude.
Right.
And the two of them started having these really great dialogues, and he ended up talking to a lot of other people. And over the years, there've been a number of people who have literally walked away from the KKK because of him. There's one really cool one I saw of a younger guy who had Nazi tattoos that was working on having them all removed. And to the point where he actually fell in love with a woman of color. So there's these really great stories that do exist out there where people do learn to see past that racism that they were taught or they practice and have become better individuals. People can change if they really want to.
Right.
But
absolutely,
that proved when he came on your show and started with the Jewish jokes, and then he proceeded to go to YouTube, dress as a rabbi, and harass me that way, which, by the way, YouTube has no issue with. None.
Yeah, that's
none
kind of
whatsoever.
Weird. That's kind of weird how Live 365 would go ahead and have an issue, but when you go ahead and post it on YouTube, oh, that's fine. We can go ahead and do that. I don't know if it's just that he's working in character and that's maybe what they're overseeing, but
I really think YouTube just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. They don't. Even when you're reporting shit that's directed at you, like you're the person they're attacking.
Well, I mean, look at the stuff that they do, chopping up kids' TV shows and promoting these just vile things to children.
Yep.
YouTube
doesn't care.
Yeah, but at the same time, then they'll do somebody like Matt who's sharing valid
Correct
information or
information.
debunking something, and
Right.
they strike him for sharing the information he's debunking.
I'm striking you. I
It's
will
ridiculous.
force the strike.
Yes, I smite you.
I
I
smite
smite you, I, the great lords of YouTube. Ha.
Ah.
I know, right? There's no rhyme or reason to it. I've
Mm.
seen other people that are like in medical professions doing stuff, posting about, I can't believe I got a YouTube strike. But this moron can get on there and degrade people of color, degrade women in every possible way there is. He can make threats to rape people. He can make threats to physically harm people. And YouTube says, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Have your fun. Enjoy.
It's okay.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? So that's his form that he has. Until he starts playing live music, which, you know, I don't ever see him doing anyway. He still has the YouTube form. And yeah, apparently we've issued an all-out war between Joe and all of us.
And the onions.
Yeah.
And he's ticked off the onions. Apparently, he's been at war with the onions for over 6 years.
Onions.
He even admits that himself.
Well,
and then there are a few other people.
Ask the burger makers to avoid the onions. That's how I do it. When I order a Whopper, I
Not
order
those
onions.
kind of onions.
Well,
these guys are like they like have gone after him for his crap for years. They never let him out of his sight, and I think that's great because they probably have helped to keep him small and contained.
You remember Donkey calling Shrek Onion Boy, right? So is Shrek one of the onions? Onions have layers.
You said
no. Shrek is a different category.
Burger
No,
Master
Jenny, I'm a
or
freaking,
whatever.
I'm a freaking, you
I
know,
love Shrek.
What did you say? The burger maker?
The burger maker, yeah.
All
the
I
burger
can
maker
think of is
Not-
there's
not
a
the
Christmas
candlestick
movie.
maker.
No, there's a Christmas movie, and the villain is the Burgermeister.
What about
That's all
the
I can think of when he said that.
What about the Hamburglar? That would have jumped into
See,
my.
that's the first one that popped into my mind was the Hamburglar.
Thank you.
I thought of the Burgermeister. I'm sorry.
Burgermeister.
But I don't know about anybody else, but when I was a kid, Ronald McDonald scared the fuck out of me. He was the creepiest looking shit. Man, that was.
I don't have an issue with clowns, so.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't have an issue with Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald, I always thought was kind of cool. It's
You
like
said you have an issue with clowns?
I
didn't have
an issue with
No, yeah, we
clowns.
don't.
I love Puddle's Pity Party. He's the best clown ever.
I had a problem with Grimace. Grimace really scared me because he looked like a purple candy corn, and that kind of scared the shit out of me.
I've never thought of it that way.
He looked like a purple candy corn.
None of
I
those.
hate
Man.
candy corn.
I like the Fry Guys and Birdie.
I don't remember Birdie.
You don't remember Birdie?
No, I remember Grimace. I remember the McBurglar or the Hamburglar, Ronald. I knew there was other people out there, but those are the three.
The Fry Guys that were.
Were they just like a box of fries?
No.
Oh no! Yeah, remember?
Creatures.
No, I don't.
It was like their hair was like fries, and then they had legs and arms.
Oh, Jesus.
And that was it. They didn't really have a body.
We really did have some creepy shit when we were kids.
Yeah.
You think about it now. Where the hell did Stephen King get his ideas?
I don't know. Billy just messed with me. Looked up Barbara Papa. I looked that
Those
up.
are the Fry Guys.
Oh, yeah,
They're
I
different
remember
colors.
those now.
They're not the colors of French fries.
Yeah,
They're
they look
all
like
different
dyed
colors.
French fries. You know what that should which McDonald's should do? They should go ahead and dye their fries different colors. Multicolored fries. That would be a selling gimmick.
But they didn't. They don't even have arms. They just had legs and like this.
Yeah, where the hell are their arms?
Body.
My God, did
And
they?
that's Birdie in the back.
Oh, I remember Birdie. Okay, I remember her. Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked like she could fly a plane. She had the goggles
she's-
up there and
She's
with the
naked in this picture.
with the-
Oh yeah,
She
yeah.
had overalls on.
with the Pippi Longstocking hair. She's naked, really. Are they doing a porn there with the McDonald guys?
Where?
What?
There you guys. Oh, there's the Hamburglar.
What are you looking at?
That
A
was-
porn?
What the hell was that one with the hamburger face? I forget his name. Send me that picture.
I don't know.
But yeah, there's now I'm
There's
starting
a
to get
few
into it.
characters here that I don't actually know who they
What
are.
happened to those guys? Because that was actually wholesome entertainment. That was
Oh,
not.
and like McDonald's was like the best place to go
It was-
for your birthday parties. If you had your birthday party at McDonald's,
You were the shit.
Yeah.
Screw Chuck E. Cheese. Screw this bullshit that we get the
and they made a
$1
whole
ticket.
production of it.
Yep.
and yeah. Hang on, I'm sending you.
I never had my birthday at McDonald's. Maybe that's why I wasn't the shit.
I don't know if I ever did either.
No, I didn't.
I never had a birthday at the McDonald's. I had a birthday party once when I was 7. I asked my stepmother if I could call her mom because she wasn't my stepmom yet. And the answer was no. It was really devastating.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
They didn't marry until I was 13. Then I was allowed to call her mom.
Oh, okay.
But it was
once
devastating.
it's official, you can call me Mama.
Seriously, stop it.
What?
That's
I mean,
not
listen.
nice.
Oh, I was told my stepdad before marrying my mom, you're going to have to call me Dad. Thinking, fuck you.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck you.
I got forced to call another guy dad once. That was pretty fucked up too.
All right, here's the
Here's a therapy on that one.
here's the picture of all the
those guys. Yeah.
I mean, they look vaguely familiar, but I don't remember their names.
Yeah,
Does
like
not.
Mayor
Okay.
McCheese. That's the
Mayor
guy with the
McCheese?
big hamburger.
Oh yeah,
head.
yeah. Oh well,
The
that makes
purple
sense. He
dude
makes a
does
fucking-
not look like a candy corn.
He does. Well,
No, he doesn't.
He's hidden behind his body type is hidden. He's like that's a fucking.
He's all
triangle.
purple though. He's not two different colors.
I just told you he looked like a fucking purple candy corn.
He does not look like a
He
purple
does.
candy corn.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Yeah,
He's
that guy's Mayor McCheese.
He is a purple candy. Look at
I
this.
don't know the other guys, so.
Look here. When you take a look at this picture, you motherfucker.
No, he looks like a purple Hershey's Kiss. Okay, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
I can see the candy corn in him.
He's got the candy corn body. Come on now. Come on.
I see it.
Let's not split pubic hairs on this one here. That's a purple
All right,
candy
now.
corn. God. But yeah, it was the shit. It's like you used to play in the playground.
Yeah.
No worries about that. And yeah,
Play place. They
and-
had the play
Yeah,
places
well,
in the McDonald's.
they
They don't
kinda-
do that anymore.
Oh,
They-
yes.
they do in Orlando. The biggest McDonald's ever. They have
Yeah,
a huge play
But
area.
do you remember where they had them outdoors and they had those rusty metal everything?
Oh
and-
yeah, and that was the thing I was about to say is they had the metal slides
Yeah.
and you
And
put
they had
you,
like the jail for the Hamburglar, and you climb up in the top of it.
you put your kid in the hamburger jail and it's like you take pictures and it's like, yep, this is where my son's going to be in 18 years. Yeah, be behind bars. So we're going to practice looking at him like this now. But yeah, it was awesome. I mean, listen, those are the days. Those were the days where, hey, we can go ahead and go out and trick or treating in the neighborhood with like 50 other kids.
Well, we were watching the Connors last night.
yes.
And that episode was, I didn't think it was the greatest.
Let's go ahead and recap everybody. So the Connors, of course, is basically Roseanne without Roseanne. They just
Hey,
basically,
Charles.
Yeah.
I think Facebook kicked us off.
Fantastic. Let's
Just so you're aware.
I still see two people listening on the page, but I'll
Matt, I can't find. I just backed out and went to check, and yeah, it's saying content not available right now. So,
well, ain't that
it's
a full of shit?
but that number thing hasn't been working right. Like I'm watching umpteen people talk to each other in the chat room on Matt's show,
Right.
But the click timer says 1.
Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. How about that?
It
Let
did
me
drop
see
us,
here.
didn't I?
No,
Didn't
I'm,
it?
I'm double checking. But anyway, so as I'm taking a look at Facebook real quick, no, it's still showing me. It's still showing me. Yeah, it's still there. No, it's still showing me. It's still there. Not much of a
that's
delay either.
weird.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
but it's weird.
Well, I'm also partially banned. Like my posts won't go to the top anymore. They're kind of hidden.
Oh, you got
that
in
might
trouble?
that might be. Well, yeah, I got in trouble for when I made that comment about you burning down the house.
You got in trouble for
I
that?
got in trouble for that. Yeah.
You know, I just went from a different account and it's showing nothing available right now. That is weird. I'm using an entirely different account and
Yeah.
I can't access the stream on Facebook at all.
Look at you. You over there going ahead
And
and
neither can Matt. Matt just tried to go in it too.
hold on a second. Let me share
It's
on my
strange.
personal on my personal profile.
On my
You going in into
on my account, it's live.
Yeah.
On a backup account I have, it is not live.
How in the world is that possible? No, you're not allowed. Oh, okay. So hang on a second. Let's read some comments. I've been ignoring everybody there. Rocky goes ahead right off the bat. Time for the other guy's show. You know. Mim Mom from YouTube. So glad they see you're live on YouTube tonight. Mim Mom also says the burger guy headed was Mayor McCheese. She actually answered.
Hey.
Well, I've
Miriam.
Miriam. Mayor something, and then it just popped into my head. It was Mayor McCheese.
Karen says I'm on, so she's there.
Yeah,
and
she's totally there. I saw that.
Mim Mom says I couldn't access the stream, so it's like it's working for people. Listen, you must be a VIP tonight to watch the show. So if you're watching it, consider yourself one of the damned, because damn, I have to watch.
Anyway.
So we're watching the Connors last night. The Connors had this episode on fire. Gun
shooting. It was like
violence.
a random shooting at a mall.
So the first thing that came on was the person playing not Darlene, the other one, whoever. Anyway, Becky.
Becky, yeah.
So the person playing Becky's on the couch and comes right before the episode. Listen, this episode is going to be about gun violence. Viewer discretion is advised. And I'm over here thinking, oh God, this is going to suck. So what they basically did is they had the episode where DJ's kid was or Becky's kid was there with the dad at the mall. There's reports of a shooting. They all get like an Amber Alert on their phone that there's a shooting going on. Everybody stay indoors. So you're hearing the helicopters running around. You hear sirens and everything going on. Everybody's scared. Like, lock up your doors. Stay inside. It was just a lot of, I would say, propaganda that was placed into the episode. And on the TV, as they're watching the news, you hear gunshots. No TV station's ever going to show a live shooting, ever. They will cut that shit off. But they made it seem like everybody's sitting there watching the news, and the news comes on, and all of a sudden you hear 4 shots, gunshots, and they just saw everything.
Those do get captured on videos, though.
On videos, but not live. They'll cut those.
Yeah,
off.
you'll hear it live, but they'll
break away.
But the thing was, it was their neighbor. Was like a couple. It was
a block
the
away.
Shooter was a couple of blocks away.
Yeah.
So they probably would have been able to hear the gunshots anyway. It wasn't from the TV. It was just from that.
Yeah, but they went ahead and made the comments as they're watching. I just saw this guy get shot. He died.
Wow.
So it's like, wow. It's like, now that's hard hitting. I guess there's a message there to be said. I guess there's some political agenda there to be said or something like that. I don't know, but it's
my point in bringing it up was that Jackie, because
Jackie was a cop.
No. Let me finish what I'm trying to say.
We don't have much time.
So there was DJ's daughter was there, and they were worried about her reaction to it, and she came down and she was like, "Oh, I know just what to do because we do these drills at school all the time." She's like, put a chair in front of the door, close all the windows, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, oh, this is no big deal. And and Jackie goes,
Jackie was the older aunt.
It should be no big deal because when we were kids, we would go out in the morning and not come home until the street lights come on.
Right.
And our parents didn't even know where we were.
Here's the big part. Now that's a point well taken. But here's the big part that kind of pissed me off. So Dan, John Goodman, playing the father, he has a firearm that he has stored away. He took it out. Everybody saw it. It's like, hey, what are you doing with the gun? Go get rid of the gun. It's like, I'm prepared in case somebody tries to come through that door. What happened later in the show is the eldest daughter of the eldest granddaughter, went ahead, found a way to get that gun and sold it behind his back. You would think that
turned it
kid...
into the police station, actually.
No, she sold it.
To the police station.
Though I didn't know they paid for that. I thought that's... Anyway, she sold it.
Gun buyback. Gun
Yeah.
buyback.
So she sold it, gave the money. Dan was pissed for like 2 seconds. I'm sorry. If somebody went ahead and stole my property and sold it without my permission or say so, I'd be raging at that person. I'd be trying to find a... No, I'm not going to say
They have to demonize anybody who wants to defend themselves.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why the hell do they have to go ahead and make this announcement? Because what's the... why can't we own a gun? Why can't we do it if we're sane and we use it responsibly and we have it locked up, which in this case, it was pointed out he did. He had a safe place to lock it up in his room where nobody could find it, locked up with a combination, but all of a sudden the granddaughter found a way to get it.
Locked up with a combination isn't going to do you much good.
Well, apparently not. But I'm just saying, it's like, what point is this show trying to make? Turn in your guns. Don't have a gun.
There are people that believe that nobody should have guns except police officers.
But why push that point? Why?
I mean,
it's an agenda that they have to push, just like any other show. Look at any TV show, and they're pushing the opinion that the writers come from. That's just human nature. You can't take that out of things. It's there. It's going to be written into this or that.
You can go ahead and write it in, but it can be subtle, more subtle than that. I mean,
it doesn't.
That just screamed
There's
out.
an agenda here, though. There's an agenda here. The agenda here is to demonize the gun owner.
Though recently, it's been more that they're trying to shove everything down everybody's throat.
Now,
you go back and watch shows from.
We're living in a much more violent society, and people are reacting to it.
So,
unfortunately, 4 years of Trump gave us a lot of shitty people.
When the Connors with Roseanne came back originally, they rebooted the show. A lot of propaganda was about Trump. A lot of Trump this, Trump that.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, a lot of it was about Trump and, following or being a fan of Trump or an enemy of Trump and everything. Everybody had that decided view, that political view. It's like, we're here to be entertained.
All over television, though. Saturday Night Live went how far with it? You know what I mean? Of course, the podium.
They always go that far, though. They always go in.
I loved the podium. Yeah, but they were like featuring something from the White House on a weekly basis. It wasn't occasional.
It was funny.
It's all over The View. It's all over
Saturday Night Live.
Today.
Saturday Night Live, when they do their shtick, they do it for comedic humor. Like you always see.
In your opinion, but there are other people that think they should be taken off the air for insulting the president of the United States.
Oh, bullshit. That they've been.
There's more than yes, but you have to leave room for both opinions.
I'm just saying they should have been taken 50 years ago if that's the case.
Do I agree with what they did with that particular storyline? No. Do I get it? Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
but no, I don't. I mean, but that doesn't mean that it isn't a valid storyline.
The message made a point. I get it, but it's to the point of an extreme. I don't own a gun.
See, I don't really watch that Stro because I find a lot of it just stupid. So I'm sorry that it's lost on me. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm not saying you're stupid.
No, I'm not saying that.
I don't. It used to be funnier.
But
they went into way more. I got the whole, I agree with everything that happened with Roseanne. I mean, absolutely 100% right choice.
Yep.
But they went off the cliff over it to where they went uber serious. And then there were big, first it was about her death, and then it was about drug abuse, and then it was about overdosing, and then it was about alcohol. And it just went in this really serious direction that for me, the comedy was too much serious for the comedy to work for me from the direction that it went in.
It's still funny, but yeah, they do go very serious on some episodes. Like New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam had like a month or two where I couldn't stand watching it because it was just pumping shit down our throat. It's like, come on, make it, listen, this
that exists everywhere. What do you mean? That's everywhere. It's on TV shows, it's on your music, it's on videos. It's the world. It's the world. It's
not that heavy.
To you, it was heavy. That doesn't make it so.
When I watch a show, I usually watch for entertainment value, not for an opinion. And New Amsterdam for the first couple of seasons was a valid, entertaining show. Then it started to get oh, well, everybody's talking about this and that. Now we have to make an episode of it.
They want to make themselves relevant to the day, but they're relevant to that certain crowd.
It kind of turned that way for like a good 5 or 6 episodes where I had to stomach through it, but it finally came back a little bit better to where now it's about a storyline and not a political agenda. So I'm enjoying it now than I end up. I know Alyssa watches This Is Us, which is it's found. They had any political or propaganda on that one too?
Well, it definitely comes in, but part of that is one of the characters is a politician. So
okay, so it's written in the storyline.
It does come up in storyline, and yeah, they do have like his one daughter is identifies as non-binary, and
oh god, they're bringing that shit into it.
Stop it.
Oh, man.
And she's gay and stuff, but they don't.
Way to show where your line is.
Absolutely. I'm not scared to show it.
But they don't focus heavily on that. There's been a couple of episodes that have focused on that for a little while, and then they moved on.
Yeah. All right. Well, so
it's a part of society. Where to ignore it doesn't make it go away.
Right. Let's see here. Mom, you say that's Miriam?
That's Miriam.
Okay. Miriam says that's a good point. Schools have active shooter drills. Kids should not ever have to think of active shooters. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing was that was the one point of that episode that really did hit home. It's like kids don't feel safe.
Yeah. Well,
anywhere.
You know what? At 11 years old, I didn't think about sex until we're going to talk about sex ed. Really? What's that little thing drooping with a sack there? Oh, that's a penis. Oh, really? Oh, this is fun, mommy. Make it stop. Karen says we are pushing everybody to be conditioned to stand down and be offended by anything. Well, I think more people are offended by more.
I think you're giving it more credit than it deserves.
Miriam says, I once had to reassure kids during recess when a car backfired. Ooh, that's not good.
No, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not the schools we went to. It's not the world that we were in.
No.
It's not. It's a lot harder for kids today than it was when we were kids.
Karen says, I don't believe it's the writers, believe it's the networks. I could go either way on that one. I'm sure it's probably both. She also said it's gotten more prevalent. Karen says Trump supported guns, so it definitely wasn't his agenda.
Nobody said it was.
Yeah,
we didn't even bring him up on that one.
Miriam says I stick to Puddles videos. I think it was
Puddles Pity Party, the clown. Puddles Pity Party.
Oh, okay. I gotta look.
He was on oh God, one of the talent shows, America's Got Talent. He was on America's Got Talent. It's really amazing.
I gotta look this
Puddles
shit.
Pity Party. He's awesome. Look up the one he did at GTA, or I'll help you if you want.
GTA.
Yeah, that's what really blew up his notoriety was when he appeared on GTA. He blew people away.
I'm on the YouTube channel now. I'm just gonna search GTA. See if I can find it.
I can probably find it quickly. If not, actually, Miriam can probably drop it in the chat room before either one of us breathe.
Is it House of the Rising
She's a
Sun?
super fan. We got to meet him. Like I did a painting of him. Oh, I got him right here.
Okay. Yeah.
I fell in love with him that he actually I got creative while I was listening to him. So I ended up painting a picture of him, and we went in Concord and saw him live, and I got to give him the picture. It was amazing. He's an incredible singer.
Send a photo.
You just have to go past the beginning part where they, show the backstage and yada yada. Oh, no, maybe not. You should watch it from the very beginning because
I'll take a look.
I don't know
what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a commercial about a car, about a Hyundai sales event. It's a giveaway sale. Let's go ahead and get a Hyundai. No,
I forget that there are commercials there.
It sucks.
Well, no, I pay the extra to get.
Oh, you pay YouTube? How dare you?
I hate the commercials. I want to listen to my music one after the other. I don't want a fuck commercial.
Now would you wait till we see?
By the way,
clown
Karen,
on
I
stage?
do know that Trump supports guns because I actually represented him on TV and said that.
Jenny.
Yo,
All right, do we wait for the clown to be on stage and start talking, or what are we doing?
he ain't gonna talk.
Oh, he's talking right now.
No, he's not.
Okay.
You can put on the volume. You can tell he's not talking.
I'm just holding on.
Are you talking about the song then?
You gotta hear it. Go to
Oh, God, this is when
135.
Simon was on. Oh my
Go
God.
to like 135. Start it from 135.
Minute 35.
Yeah. That'll get you
Okay. Let's
to
share
the start of his performance.
the performance.
He's really
Performance
good.
of a lifetime. That's full
The
screen.
greatest show.
You guys might like him. You guys
Maybe.
really might like him.
Yeah, he looks a little bit cool. He looks a little bit foolish. Probably looks like me. Here we go.
Stop it.
Hi. Welcome to America's Got Talent.
Yes, America's Got Talent.
What's your name? Puddles Pity Party. Puddles. Nice to meet you, Puddles. How old are you, Puddles?
She doesn't know how
Can't
old he is.
remember. Are you sad? You're a bit sad. Aw, I don't want you to be sad.
Don't be sad. You're here with us.
Well, it's Simon's there. I wouldn't be very happy either.
Puddles.
Yeah, he's a meanie.
Does that mean I'm the Simon of our show?
I thought that was my job.
Well, yeah, you might be right.
It's my job.
Party girl, don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, I push it down. I'm the one for a good time call, phones blowing up, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love, I feel the love.
I can hear Miriam singing
1,
along.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw 'em back till I lose count. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, the chandelier. I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. I'm gonna fly like a bird through the night. Hear my tears as they cry. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. I'm just holding on for your life. I won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass filling till morning light. 'Cause I'm just holding on for your life. Help me, I'm holding on for your life. I won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass filling till morning light. 'Cause I'm just holding on for your life. Help me, I'm holding on for your life. Won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass filling till morning light. 'Cause I'm just holding on for your life. Help me, I'm holding on.
Can I just say I want this clown to perform at my next birthday party? I'm going to be 45 January. I want this clown to perform.
For dear life, won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass filling till morning light.
Never heard or saw that scumbucket. I forgot his name again. Simon, I never heard that scumbucket or seen him get up and applaud for anybody. That Simon Cowell bastard. But yeah, he got his ass up and applauded there. Hey, yeah. Philip D says your audio is being drowned out by puddles. It's okay. We want puddles.
Oh shit! I just realized my mic was muted. You didn't hear me. Ah!
Oh, maybe that's a good thing. Philip says you're
He
not,
does a-
so we're here. Oh God. Yep. Everybody
It's the
just said,
whole-
you know what? Here.
Go to YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Jenny, I'm
Go
gonna
to-
I'm gonna
Wait,
give you
that doesn't work. They can't hear us saying go to YouTube.
saying that you need to share it, please, if you don't mind. I'm gonna get
Oh
on
my
my
God.
channel. Thank God. I mean, because YouTube don't care, remember. YouTube
Right.
does not care.
I know what I want to show you.
Yes, you want to show me.
Well, maybe if you want to see it.
Because YouTube don't care, remember.
Well, see, now I don't know which one to show you.
No, wait. Do this first, please. Go ahead and share this link. Get it out there because obviously Facebook wants to shut me down to the ground.
Heard enough of your shit, boy.
Yep. You
Gonna
ain't
kick
worthy,
your butt all the way back to the womb.
Yep. Do it now, bitch. Load up on YouTube. Get more subscribers. And God damn
Why
it.
are you sending that to me?
So you can share it. Please share it.
Oh, you want me to share this link?
Yes. Just like you did 40-something times on Facebook.
I can't redo it to all of those groups or I'll get banned.
Fuck. All right. Just share it on yours and IPM Nation.
I can do that.
Yeah, please. Boston and the
whoops.
Haps. How dare they fuck with me?
Okay.
Gracias.
Donata.
You denied me? What?
I said,
Donata.
never mind.
That money?
I don't know.
Philip Blackman says YouTube don't care. Just look at your favorite savior of rock and roll. I mean, savior of the jelly roll. Good. That was good. Let's see. There was a few here. The different world because we. All right, Karen says it's a different world because we pander to these ridiculous ideas. People who are seeking attention.
No, that's a really
that.
shitty attitude for people who have things that you need to handle, and
We
some
got
of
a
them
lot
are
of
born
people
with.
out there, though. We got a lot of people out there that are getting butthurt over little shit.
We are learning more now, but I know what that was directed towards. And there's a lot more that we've learned, and there'll be more that we'll learn about the human body and genetics and minds and how things work. Things aren't as simple or as black and white as people have long thought they are. There's a lot more to it. And I'll tell you something. Gender dysphoria is horrible.
Gender dysphoria.
It's horrible.
Huh?
Yeah.
Explain that.
Gender dysphoria
I'm a dunce in English, so please.
Okay. Gender dysphoria is when you don't feel like you are the sex of the physiological body that you are born with. And though that might sound weird on the surface, I can tell you that happened with me. When I was a little girl, I wasn't raised with other women around. I was given a lot of boy things. My hair was cut up to my ears. I was beaten on a daily basis. I was dressed in pants and polo shirts. I saw women in a magazine and I thought I wasn't one because I didn't look like them. I got so dysphoric about it that when I saw that the women in the pictures didn't seem to have hair on their arms, I shaved mine off because I thought I was born wrong, that I was born messed up, that I was supposed to be a boy.
But that was back, how long? We're talking about 30, 40 years ago?
To the point of walking down the middle of a street trying to get hit by a car so I could die.
But we're talking.
We now understand that gender dysphoria is a real thing and that people have more to their sex than female or male genitalia. There's a lot more that goes into that. There's hormones that go into that. There's brain functions that go into that. There's genetics that go into that. And we're still learning. Like when we were little kids, getting a genetic test to see who your parent was a huge deal, a lot of money, and sure as shit not covered by anybody. Now we can do our own paternity test for $100. Life has changed dramatically. They didn't have words for this stuff back when we were kids. Now they do. Now we recognize it. Now we're actually having open discussions about mental health and saving more lives because we're not sticking in a closet or calling them ridiculous or pointing at them and jeering. We're actually taking them seriously. And I think it matters. It does matter.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
I take a look at, but there are a lot more to it than deciding to be a girl or a boy.
But I take a look at it as two things. And whether I'm right or wrong is irrelevant. But this is how I see it. I see it as being one, partially a mental issue, and number two, parenting issue. Because there's something that's going on that's making this person who is born boy or girl, who's making this person feel uncomfortable about their sexuality.
Yeah, so what you're comparing is nature and nurture, and that's not true, Charles.
Oh, I told you. Whether
Yes,
I'm
do
right or
things that
wrong,
people get.
it's
I
relevant.
got beaten every day. There's a
I'm
lot
not
to
saying
what
that
goes
that should be
how you're
happening.
raised.
I'm not
I'm
saying that should
saying
be happening. I think beating up for somebody
it's
that
not
looks
a
or
mental
whatever.
it's not a mental illness to be transgendered. You don't
Okay.
call something that you don't agree with a mental illness.
I say
We
this.
used to do that with uppity women
Okay.
who needed to be put in their place.
Okay.
It's an old school, it's an old way of thinking, and I love you, brother, but
If
it's
I'm wrong,
time to come to
if
the
you
21st
disagree,
century. Those days are
that's
over.
fine.
I respectfully
I'm
disagree with you
I am not
100%.
I do not hold you or anybody who thinks that way in any ill will. You think that way for what you want. I respectfully, okay, if you disagree, that's fine. I'm not going out there beating anybody else and say, "Oh, you're transgender. I'm going to beat you
It
down."
breaks my
Right like
heart
that.
that you call it a mental illness.
I think there is some
Doing that to
type of
somebody is something that causes suicide.
and does it not?
It
You were
yeah.
thinking about that.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
I'm
If
not
what you're
saying it
doing and what
is.
they're doing is wrong and causes it, then we need a better way to
I
deal
think
with it.
somebody needs to speak to these people that are thinking this way, unlike they did with you.
Think about this, Charles. Go back. I'm a student of history. I have always been married to archaeology and history. I love it. I eat it up. I've even had my own genetics compared to archaeological finds to chase my genetic landscape, which is really interesting. But oh shit.
While you're thinking of that, Philip went ahead and said, "Sounds like Jenny missed your point. Parents need to do a better job by their kids in helping them define themselves." Now, Miriam did say it's not a mental illness. Gender is a lot more than complicated than binary. So listen.
So what I was
everybody
trying
has
to
their
go with
points.
what I was trying to go with that is that if you go back to Egyptian times, if you go back to Roman times, if you go back to India, if you look at Native Americans, there's a huge history and absolute evidence of transgendered individuals existing in society. They just weren't all ostracized or stuck in a closet until till modern times, if you will. Native Americans considered them special. And if a man dressed as a woman, he was treated as such. And if he felt as a woman, he was treated as such, respectfully. Romans went both ways and saw it absolutely normalized. Christianity and those surrounding it made it a sin and disgusting and evil for same-sex anything or whatever.
But I don't disagree with
women get
same-sex,
behind me.
I don't
But that
disagree.
comes
I
from
don't
that.
disagree. I
It
don't
comes-
disagree with same sex or any of that. I disagree with taking your natural gender and making it and not making it. God put you in that body for a reason.
Okay, there's your problem right there.
That's my
First off. In believing that an invisible man made you as such, and that makes you perfect. And God put man in his own image and women from the rib. It's fucking, ugh.
I don't
You
think
look through
anybody's perfect.
history, look through history, look through a zillion different people in history, and you'll find that this was an acceptable way of living.
Jenny,
It's
I'm
only
looking-
been
if
within
you
the
look at history-
recent constructs of modern
look at
era
history
and
30, 40 years
Christendom
ago, all
that
of it
made
was
it
male or female.
disgusting and evil and
Now it's
wrong.
5 different, now there's like 10 different genders out there. 30 years ago, it was just male or female. Now it's like Gen X.
There was always
Gen
more
this.
than male and female. It was hidden under the rug. There
Uh,
was always more than male and female. They were put in a mental institution and electrocuted or lobotomized. That's what we did with
Well, they're
people
not
like
doing
this
that
in the
now.
past.
They're not doing
That's
that
what we
now.
did with people like that in the past. We fucking lobotomized them.
They're not doing
Death
that
would have
now,
been
though.
better. Death would have been kinder to what we did to these people. We tortured them. We put them in mental institutions and electrocuted them in bathtubs. Look it up. Holy shit.
that,
We
like
did
I
the same
said-
thing to women who were too uppity.
Like I said, now that we have all this type of mental illness that's coming on that we didn't realize 20 or 30 years ago, where is that now? Because
It's always been there.
isn't it in most states now that if you want to go ahead and transition, you need to go ahead and speak to a therapist or a psychiatrist first? Is
There's
that
a
not
whole
true?
lot to transitioning that's built into the medical care system. It doesn't have to be necessarily made into a legislative policy when doctors themselves don't assist people to transition until they follow certain things. Doctors really do give a shit about their patients. Somewhere in this society, we've decided that they don't, and they're all about the money.
No.
There are doctors that don't do gastric bypass surgery on patients because they don't meet the psychological ability to handle the surgery. They have to go see a psychiatrist before they're approved for the surgery.
When I had to do that, I had to do the same thing because that is major surgery that, number one, has proven that it actually reduces your lifespan. But
my ex had it at Brigham and Women's, and I went through the entire process.
Yeah.
I absolutely know the process.
In
his case, he shouldn't have been done because he ended up becoming the alcoholic because you're a quick alcoholic with gastric bypass, and he's dead now.
You keep calling and getting hung up on. Are you sure you're getting called the right?
From alcohol poisoning.
Hold on.
Abuse.
Miriam says she's trying to call and she gets hung up on. I gotta. No. I don't want to make an emergency call.
Know.
Oh my God! Don't call 911, please.
What?
Yeah, I hit emergency call by accident, and
I think you. Oh, I don't think it goes through right away. If it does, you might as well just turn your lights on now and unlock the door.
Right. I didn't do it
because they're coming whether you like it or not. They went to the little kid's house that called for math help. Remember? They have to.
Well, no, I did that by accident one time, and they just called me right back, and I said I hit it by accident.
Miriam,
I'm sorry. And
Miriam,
no
make sure that's not Google Voice. This is Skype. I'm dialing. It's going right through. Hun, dial my number, please. I know you're.
Okay.
I know you still have a.
I'm a little busy, but okay.
I know. You're busy watching the child.
Yeah, but are you on Verizon?
Huh? No.
Are you on Verizon?
No,
we had issues. We had wicked problems with it earlier. Matt's phone wouldn't work at all. Then my phone was working. Then all of a sudden his phone calls mine without him calling. It was weird.
Yeah.
But I guess they put an article up earlier that Verizon had some serious issues.
Yeah, Alyssa's coming through. I don't know. And Miriam apparently.
Are you dialing the area code there?
Yeah, especially if you're long distance, make sure you dial 1. Or if you want to dial from England, I think it's 011.
I don't think she's in England right now, though she did do her master's over there.
Yeah. Miriam, I mean, listen, we'd love to have your opinion on that. I will gladly take a call if we can get it through, of course. You know, I got nothing against people with different opinions on here. I respect Jenny's opinion. I really do. I respect yours, Phillips, anybody's. So
it's one thing to respect an opinion. It's another to try and force your belief onto someone.
I'm not forcing my
when
belief.
You're taking this God construct and putting it on other people, you are in fact forcing it on others.
I am not, Jenny. That is not the case. I'm not forcing it on others. If you go ahead and knock on my home and you go ahead and say, hey, listen, we need to find Jesus, and we need to find Jesus and that, then that's different. That's I'm not forcing this on this.
Charles, what you said was God created you with your body parts, and that's why those are your body parts. That's your belief that you're trying to shove down my throat. I do not believe that God created that person, and I don't believe that gender is confined to your genitalia. They're two different things.
And I just said I respect your opinion.
How am I? Do you know that there are people? Do you know that there are people that are trans, but then they're considered same-sexed, like sexually?
I don't know. This whole thing has blown me away.
This is something I actually learned not that long ago. Oh, wait a minute. We
got calls. We got calls coming in. Hey, hello, you're on the air. Hello. Test 1 2. Mine not coming through.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Nope. I guess so. Hold on. What am I doing wrong here?
Where's I don't know.
Settings, audio, video, test 1 2. 1 2. Yeah, say something, Jen.
Something 1 2 3 4 5.
Microphone's
you
coming.
Got me?
Oh yeah. Let me try calling back. No, I don't want to feel like people are not able to get through. Whatever. So.
No, I know, but you gotta understand though. Today's been wonky. It may not be you.
Yeah, maybe.
Verizon's had major issues. Facebook has issues.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with the phone, but it's weird. But we'll take you as long as we can. Apparently, it's still trying to dial you for whatever reason, and you didn't pick up. So I'll tell you what. Let me call you right back.
Okay.
All right. Because it still keeps saying I'm dialing.
See, now earlier when the
Now
Verizon
Facebook's starting.
when the Verizon thing happened earlier, Matt didn't even have his phone in his hand, and all of a sudden my phone goes off with Matt's number, and I answer it, and it connects like there's a call. The thing about that was
Right.
5 minutes before that he tried to call me, and it wouldn't go through.
Hang on. Let's try this.
Hello.
All right, testing 1 2 1 2. You hear me?
I hear you.
All
You
right,
hear me?
all right, yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's a lot of science behind all of the new thinking about gender. Gender is a lot more complicated than just the binary. Oh my gosh, so much is racing through my head and my heart is racing because there's just so many things that are brought up in the room and I'm trying to address them. Many things happen when a woman gets pregnant. There are a lot of different things that are happening all at once.
Right.
Cells are developing, body parts are developing. The last thing to develop is the brain. And there's a part of the brain that is gender. And things can mismatch as far as body parts and gender for a variety of reasons. There is something called, it's like a testosterone insensitivity, where somebody will be born looking like a female, but they are actually male genetically. So there's that. But there's just so many pieces to this, other things that can happen. So gender is not just male and female, and male and female is kind of not even the right terminology for that, because male and female is more in reference to biological sex. So if you want to talk about gender and sex are actually separate and they develop separately. So if somebody's gender just doesn't match their physical body, that's to be expected and happens. It happens all the time.
So,
and if you look at MRIs, okay, so a trans woman is a person born with male genitalia who feels like a woman. So that's a trans woman, right?
Okay.
You take an MRI of a trans woman and an MRI of a woman who is not trans, and their MRIs look the same. They both look like females in terms of their brain structures.
But what about the DNA? DNA is kind of more of where I'm going at. If you can think, listen,
right.
you can think and feel like a woman. That's called being gay, or being a cross-dresser. You can think of that same way if you want to be.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're conflating. Miriam, go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to get to the question though.
So I'm just wondering here, would we classify with somebody born with a penis and somebody born with a vagina? What do we classify that as? Is that gender or sex?
That's sex.
That's sex.
Male and female sex, right.
And gender is
brain
okay.
In the brain.
So how do we know what the baby's born as gender?
We don't know until they let us know. Honestly,
do you see how
parties are ridiculous?
Do you see?
I'm sorry that you're trying to, Charles. You're trying to make science fit into your narrow scope of what you're believing.
Possibly.
And science doesn't work that way. We understand now more about the human body, but we still don't even know everything about the human body. At this point, what she's trying to say is that what goes on in your brain with all the different endorphins and chemical reactions, everything that goes on in your brain has nothing to do with what's between your legs.
I see. The way I always brought up to be is like, you're born what you're born.
But that's your key word right there. The way you were brought up to believe. Same way I was brought up to believe, which is why I thought I was born wrong. But what we know now in the 21st century is we know more. We know that it's more than what our parents thought. It's more than what we thought. And who knows what happens when our kids get really older. There's going to be more known then than there's known now.
All
That
right.
doesn't mean we can't accept the new. We got to be accepting to the new sciences that come out
And
as
again,
we learn
like I mentioned, Jenny and Crystal, I respect everything you're saying. I really do. It's just, maybe it's something I need to take a stronger look into.
You know what Miriam was just talking about.
Oh, Miriam, I'm sorry.
What Miriam was talking about is a great place to start. Look at the science on the MRIs when they've done actual MRIs where you can watch brain activity and how that just lights up and shows it's not what we thought.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
there's science to back it up.
Okay.
It's a hard concept. I know I've had to deal with it in my own house because I have a kid who's non-binary.
Yep.
But, so anyway, thanks for listening and for, at least being willing to sort of investigate it further.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, absolutely. I have an open forum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You are really good with that, Charles.
All right.
You are really, really good with
don't
letting both.
object.
You really are.
I don't object to it, but it's like, yes,
It's hard to accept, right?
It is. It's very hard to accept.
It's hard to accept.
Crystal, I got you. Let me go ahead and dial you. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can get you on the phone. Somebody calling me, or is that no? This is outgoing.
Okay. We'll see.
It didn't. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Did somebody called me on this number?
Yoo-hoo, Lucy.
Hello?
Bueller. Can you hear me now?
All right.
Bueller?
Is this
Bueller, can
Philip?
you hear me now?
Is this Philip D? This
Yeah,
Philip.
it is, brother. I was just trying to help.
All right. You were just doing a test then?
Yeah, I was just trying to help you get, make sure your comms are good.
Gotcha. All right. We got you, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, buddy.
Bueller. Bye. All right. Crystal, if you want to go ahead and call back, I think we got the phones fixed. I think Skype just had to restart. 813-699-5353. Yeah, listen, I and this is the same way when Karen here, she was very pro-Trump. I was really not for Trump. She had her opinion. I respected the hell of her opinion, but I also went ahead and said, listen, I don't agree with this. And listen, we can have that open relationship in here like that. And not to bash any, I don't intend on bashing anybody or anything. I just feel the way I feel because it's the way I was brought up. And this is not to say that the way I was brought up is the right way. God knows I must have fucked up somewhere because I'm only here when I should be here. And in terms of where my life wants to be. And it's just.
Oh, stop that.
I'm just saying.
You have a beautiful family. You got a nice roof over your head.
But
Food in your belly.
But it scares the shit out of me because my son gonna get older. He's gonna like saying, "Why do I have this thing down here? I shouldn't have this thing down here." I feel like I feel like I need to go ahead with the other. He needs to go ahead and fly with the other flock. Now all of a sudden,
the thing between his legs has got nothing to do with what's going on between his ears.
Here's another thing. Now I got to worry about he, she. Am I?
Now you got to worry about understanding your kid more than your mom had to understand you.
Yeah.
That's how life changes. When my grandmother was taught about her period, she was in the bathroom trying to stop the bleeding. And finally her sisters were banging and demanding to come in. And she's crying and crying. I'm dying. She's losing her mind. And her sisters laughed at her, showed her how to use pads and a thing. And they never talked about it again. It was called your friend. When it was my turn to learn, my mother took me to Boston and we went to the Boston Museum of Science to the Our Bodies Ourselves. And I was taught the body. When it was my son, I taught him the real body parts, what they are. It's not about sex. It's about you have a penis, you have a vagina, and nobody should touch your penis or your vagina. It's little kids that are taught that's your cookie or that's your no-no place that then use that as cute little word and nobody knows what the hell's going on. Teach your children what their body is and how to respect their body. Teach them the realities of the world. I'll tell you what, the health teacher, when my kid was in 8th grade, the health teacher separated the students and the kids, the boys learning about sex ed, and she taught them about sexually transmitted diseases Those kids came home swearing they never wanted to have sex. And 90% of them did not until a much more responsible age. They were taught reality, the truth. Didn't sugarcoat it, didn't hide it from them. You know what happens when you hide sex talks from kids? Bad shit. And then somewhere along the line, they learn the difference and they're devastated because they fell into somebody's trap. Like, if you love me, you will.
Yeah. Well, I agree. Listen, I plan on talking to this kid when.
So what are you worried about?
Well, I'm worried about what we're going to be dealing with in the future.
If you always respect him for the human being that he is, you're doing damn great as parents.
I do.
So does it really matter? So what if he, you know what, if he grows up one day and decides to wear a skirt, if he's polite and honest and loving and he leads a good life, you're going to be just as proud as a parent as if you wore a suit. At least you should be, in my opinion. Because all that matters is that human being.
It's going to be hard to swallow, though. It really is.
Maybe it won't be as hard for you to swallow in the future. It might be hard right now, but you're open to it. Now you've got some science to go check out.
I think this is Crystal. Hold on. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, it's Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yep.
Hi, I was just calling to test your thing earlier when you said it wasn't working. I really, as far as like this gender thing, I was just looking up the definition of gender, and it said that either of the two sexes, male, in parentheses, male and female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. That's the definition according to Google. It has a little bit more than that, but pretty much that's what it says. I think part of the problem there is Americans in general just don't understand where they're coming from. Because like, I have two friends that are transgendered that I love with all my heart. I don't have a hard time understanding their lifestyle. But like one of them gave me a list of like 98 different supposed genders. That's where I get thrown off the rails, because to me that's confusing, because I don't get enough to explain about how they came to be that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think it needs to be more education.
No, and I agree with that. Why am I getting feedback? But anyway, no, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. And just like everything else, Google can always be changed. Wikipedia can always be changed. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this was from like the Oxford Dictionary, so the dictionary itself needs to be changed.
Well, there's an important aspect of that. That definition actually contains in it part of the problem: social constructs.
Yep.
It's only been very much in the last 200 years or so that women were allowed to wear pants, because social constructs said you couldn't. You had to wear a long skirt down to your ankles. My grandmother walking on Nantasket Beach would get stopped by these dudes that have rulers, and they would measure the bottom of your swimming suit skirt to your knee. And if it was too far away from your knee, you would get an indecency summons and be sent home to your parents. You know, there are social constructs built into the ideas of male and female gender that we need to throw the fuck out. Women aren't weak, and they don't need to be protected by their man, and they can wear whatever the fuck they want to. And you know what? As a dude, if you want to wear a skirt, I don't give two shits. That's your right. Say that to somebody in Scotland, they'll kick your ass.
It doesn't really make a difference to me one way or the other what someone decides that they are. But I just want to try to understand it. Yeah. And like the list that I was given was a 1 sentence long thing with like no context as to how they came up with it to begin with. So I think
I have no idea.
Is better education of society.
Yeah. Well, Crystal, listen, I appreciate the call. I know we're getting like feedback from when me and Jenny talk. It's coming from your phone for whatever reason. So I apologize. I'm gonna have to cut this short. But I appreciate your call.
Okay. All right, bye.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I was hearing myself. I was hearing you after we were
I didn't realize you were hearing me.
Yeah. It was coming through. So, well, I wanted to have her make her point, because, you know, she did call in and wanted to go ahead and you know, have her 2 cents, have her 5 cents, 10 cents, you know, $1.25. We're going to take a break. We need to go ahead and refresh this, and we're going to go ahead into we're going to get to some fun stuff. We need to get some fun stuff here. Or at least something that's not.
While the world's still here, let's laugh.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and do that. What was? All right. I had the news articles here that I posted. Okay, so a couple of things coming up. Let's go ahead and we're going to talk about Facebook in Russia. Weight Watchers is in the news. A bus driver in North Carolina. We got some news on that. And hey, do you want to live in the house of Edward Scissorhands, where the film was made? We'll tell you how much that's going to cost you. It will break the bank, trust me. But maybe not as much as the gas pumps are breaking the bank. We'll talk all of that here and more coming right up. Don't go anywhere.
Stay where you are. The Charles Richardson Show will return after this. I'm hungry.
In a room all full of nails, half of you a twisted tale of a man of hunger pains. What he did, he'll never be the same. Just one cut, can't feel no more. Sees their bodies on the floor, not the way he wanted it to be. Took the wrong path to be free. How we see it taken away. Fools left upon today. Walks as if he wanted to fly. But how many bodies are left inside? With the blood pouring around, no one looks up strange in town, not knowing a thing. What's inside the needle tree? What's inside the needle tree? What's inside the needle tree? How we see it taken away. Fools left upon today. Walks as if he wanted to fly. But how many bodies are left inside? How we see it taken away. Fools left about today. Walks as if he wanted to fly. But how many bodies are left inside? Everything you want, all the things you say, but when we disagree, it's a battle, you and me. Well, I'm just not asking you for forgiveness, and I don't want pity from nobody. I just want to live my life in my bliss, till this painful life releases me to die. And the hands reach out before me, and the one things that I can't give. This alcoholic dream comes true. It's fate and us to live. Ain't everything you want, all the things you say. But when we disagree, it's a battle, you and me. Well, I'm much too young now to be the winner, and I'm much too old to wish I knew why. But I'm just right now to fall down as a sinner. This painful life's release in me to die. In the hands reach out before me, and the one things that I can't give. This alcoholic dream comes true. It's fading as to live. And everything you want, I might want to. And all the things you say, I might say too. But when we disagree to rid the scene, I'll battle you and me, this shouldn't be.
Hi, we're your local high-speed internet and cable provider. Are you looking for a fast, reliable internet connection? A large selection of your favorite HD TV channels with 24/7 access to the best customer support technicians, all at a fair price? Fuck you. You'll take what we give you. You'll have the option of choosing from several of our completely unwarranted rip-offs, including internet speeds up to 200 times slower than Korea at twice the price, TV packages with over 500 channels, 90% of which you can't view, and we guarantee a plethora of hidden fees. Then, our barely trained technicians will come to install your services somewhere between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. Knock once while you're in the shower, and promptly leave. And once we do finally get your service up and running, it'll be down and limping within 3 hours. Indefinitely. Why, you ask? Simple. We are part of what is called an oligopoly. It's like a monopoly, only legal. See, in closed-door meetings with 4 or 5 of the other major providers, we've secretly agreed not to have differing prices, allowing us to completely eliminate any competition and collectively raise our prices to optimum cockbag levels. Because we here at your local high-speed internet and cable provider don't believe in customer satisfaction. We believe in money. Pools of money. Looking for a better deal? You can all gobble down our balls. You're paying for it. Your local high-speed internet and cable provider. You won't like it, and there's no other option.
Don't be a pussy. Call Charles now. 813-699-5353.
Right. Oh, the nuggets on this dog. Yay. Welcome back to the show, everybody. 813-699-5353. Yay. We started to get people on Facebook again. I shared it to my profile page. But YouTube seems to be getting going. Hey, listen, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. As you can see, I have bupkis for subscribers, so go ahead and subscribe to the show. We just may go all YouTube. I don't know. We'll figure it out if we can get enough people over there. Listen, guys, stop the fight. Stop the hate. My God, I understand you guys want to go ahead and throw down the gauntlet, but stop already. My God.
No.
All right, hang on a second. Well, you know what? Guys, you guys take care of it. We're going to move on. I can't have this hate on this. Come on. I can't do this. Listen, everybody has their own opinion. Nobody's going to change anybody else's mind. Maybe educate it, yes, possibly, but nobody's shoving anything down anybody's throat. Just let's end it. Let's move on. And by the way, I got busted for that AGT. AGT kicked me off, and they submitted a claim, so I had to take off down the I had to take off on the video on one of the networks that I post. So my apologies, everybody there. Philip was messaging me. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Anyway, 813-699-5353. Phones are working. We've tested it already. Just make sure it's not echoing, but phones are working. Again, everybody watching it on YouTube land, make sure you subscribe. I need subscribers. No, don't worry. It's free. It's only $2.99 the first minute, and then $9.99 after that for each additional minute until you achieve climax. So just make sure you go ahead and subscribe and send me money. I need money. I need as much money as I can before March 31st, because that is going to be mostly put into gas, which is like close to $4 a gallon. $3.79 down here. I've seen in multiple areas. It's still hasn't hit a few stations where it's like $3.76, but it's going there. It's going there. And I made the huge mistake of not stopping at $3.76 and filling my tank up. I only have a quarter of a tank. So by tomorrow, it's probably going to be like at $5 a gallon or something like that. It's skyrocketing. It really is.
Do you have it muted?
No, she's just not talking.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. See,
when we came back, Mush decided to be a little bitch and was trying to get into Prince's bowl, and I need them each to do their own medicine. Mush has thyroid medicine. Prince has hairball medicine. So I was chasing her. Talking. So that's why I had to keep getting up and chasing her away. She's just this big, he's this big, and she bullies him right out. She's like, no, I want it all, man.
Well,
and so I was trying to do that, and I heard you say, guys, don't fight. And I'm like, oh God, who's fighting? And no, Mush, get away. So yeah, I got a little sidetracked. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. You need to take care of your pussies.
Let my dog out of the room, and she stood there and stared at the wall, and I'm like, what is your...
It's like everybody's
a ghost.
Problems
it's
today.
A ghost,
no,
man.
I honestly think she's going blind, and that's she's old.
Yeah.
But
poor thing. You can be her CNI human.
Stared at the door the wall right next to the door until I nudged her, and then she was like, oh, the door is open.
Poor thing. Oh shit.
Hey, make sure before you listen to my show, because usually the first like 10 or 15 minutes is kind of like bullshit anyway. But listen to Philip D. Buchanan's show. Philip Buchanan is on YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and listen to him. He comes on between 6:30 and 7:30 Eastern time. He's in the Central, so he always tells me 5:30 to 6:30, which we know is not true. It's Eastern time, not Central time. So it's 6:30 to 7:30 for the Philip D. Buchanan show. Make sure you tune in. Blackman show, excuse me, Philip D. Blackman.
Yes.
And Philip, go ahead and let's step it away from the gender talk and just go ahead and type in your YouTube address there, because he's on YouTube. I think that's where I need to be. I need to be on YouTube. I need to go ahead and get as many subscribers and start getting paid, because I
everywhere.
I know YouTube. Well,
be everywhere and always.
You weren't in your seat when I made the announcement. AGT actually submitted a copyright claim for me showing the clown.
Seriously?
Yeah, I got bumped off. I got kicked off there. Good. So I had to delete my video on Just for Fun Network. They didn't do it. They didn't do it on my page, and I just posted on the Charles Richards my personal profile page. So I'm getting a few listeners there. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, I should have known. I'm thinking, am I going to get busted for this? Yeah, I guess I am. Let's see if I get busted for this one here. This one here is, this is Inside Edition, so I'm not going to play it. But I'll go ahead and read what it's describing. Apparently, Florida students and parents rallied against a bill called HB 1557, the Parental Rights in Education Bill, widely known as Don't Say Gay Bill. Don't Say Gay would restrict...
I thought you said you wanted to change the subject.
Well, I know, right? But this is different. This is different, I think, a little bit.
No, maybe. It's not.
Hold on. Don't Say Gay would restrict teachers in public schools from classroom discussion about gender identity and sexual orientation. HB 1557 has gotten approval from the Florida House of Representatives will no go to the full Senate floor for a vote. Let me ask you this: would you? And again, I am absorbing this like a dry rock. I'm absorbing it. Would you, with the way you feel about this, allow teachers to tell your kids?
In what context? I don't want, that I don't need them to stand. If you're asking me if they can stand up in front of the classroom and talk about their sex lives, no.
Well, would you stand by this bill? Would we restrict teachers in public schools from classroom discussion about gender identity? I guess
I would vote absolutely no on that. I mean,
No.
yeah, I think it's okay for little Johnny to be able to read a book about his two moms because it's like his two moms.
Right.
I don't think making it seem like that's bad. All we do is cause kids to get singled out. It's nothing wrong with Johnny learning about the two moms that Janie has and normalizing her life.
So I'm reading some of the comments there below on this video. By the way, there's over 1,600 of them. One says here,
nobody's looking to teach your 6-year-old.
One of them says one of the big issues with this bill is that if a student confides in their sexual orientation to a teacher, then that teacher is compelled to tell the student's parents in order to avoid getting sued. Another one here is there's a problem with science, math, or engineering. No, then let's educate our children, our teens, our adults, and our society. Education is key to respect. This one here says it's amazingly sad on how we live in a world where kids can't be kids.
We live in such a different world now. They have it so much harder than we did.
It is. You're right.
Our world was our neighborhood.
Right.
Their world is the fucking world. They're watching the war live on TV. They're watching kids their own age right now. We saw our television. We saw an encyclopedia or a newspaper. The world is so different.
Do you remember people selling encyclopedias? What good are they now?
Yeah.
They're dick now.
You know what I told my kid when he was young? You have an encyclopedia at your fingertips.
What?
He had his first computer. He got put in front of his first computer when he was 2 years old, which was 1995. Our first home computer was a Gateway, and it was like $2,000, and it had 1 whole gig of memory, I think. And dial up.
Do you want to know my first computer? My first computer was a Tandy TRS-80. Wasn't even a computer. It's something
That was the first one I ever got to see in 8th grade, and we each got to take turns making it say our names to infinity.
I had the Apple IIe.
Oh, suck it!
Ooh,
that was my first.
You
computer.
Apple bitch over there.
Well, that was all there was back.
And what happened? Now all of a sudden we're anti-Apple. You don't want to see anything with Apple anymore.
Originally, that was the first. That was the only Apple computer we ever owned.
Listen, I'm sorry. I wish I had the computers at my school. When I go to the library, I play Oregon Trail and always die midway through.
You always die of dysentery.
Dysentery,
That's
right?
But yeah,
and then and then I go to the thesaurus. I look up dysentery, and I make sure I have enough supplies to survive that and die of something else.
No, you always die of dysentery.
No. I got around that. I just died of other things.
But no. So I had Oregon Trail. I had a game called Face Maker, which was basically, do you remember that little carbon thing that you had where it had a face already drawn on it and like the outline of a face, and then you would draw on like the parts of the face, like the eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
By just lifting the top sheet. Well, it was basically that on a computer.
Oh, no kidding.
She
I
was
don't
so
remember
much.
that.
She was so much more advanced in her class than I was. I was still working on my Tandy.
I had hungry hippos.
You could make your own little eyes and nose and mouth, and then you could redo it.
How many megs of RAM did hungry hippos have there, Jenny?
No, man. I saw him talk about the real plastic thing, and I'd play by myself and just be 2 colors.
We have one actually.
Yeah, we have one.
For Stefan, he loves that game.
I never had computer games ever. The closest thing I had was a miniature version of Pac-Man.
Well,
I live on them now.
As far as the computer goes, I didn't have a computer until I was in middle school. But
And now you have a computer only to play The Sims.
Does Operation count as a computer?
What?
No.
But I had a Nintendo.
It was electronic. I mean, I had that.
I had a Nintendo. I had
No.
a Sega.
Sega.
Nope, never had any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, you weren't a gamer. That's okay. I'm a
Yeah.
gamer.
My brother's a gamer.
Yep. We're nerds. I don't care. Go ahead. Weight Watchers is in a little bit of trouble. Apparently, the app collected data on kids as young as 8 years old, according to the FTC. WW International, formerly known as Weight Watchers, and a subsidiary, used a diet app to illegally collect personal data on children as young as 8. In a complaint filed by the Department of Justice on behalf of the FTC, regulators allege that the app collected children's names, email addresses, and birth dates without their parents' consent. First off, what child as young as 8 is having an email address? Am I really that far behind?
You are that far behind, yeah.
Shit.
They probably have an email address in fucking kindergarten.
They probably
these
have an
days.
iPhone.
Bastards.
Seriously. I can remember going to my girlfriend's house and she had like 2-year-old. No, they weren't 2. They were like 4. And they're sitting there with their big iPads making the lights turn on in the room. And I'm like, really? How do they do that? I don't even know how to use the fucking iPad. And these kids are just flipping everything, flipping it around.
Wow.
It's second nature to them, though. They're raised with it.
Yeah. Well,
You
again,
know?
they were collecting data, and this was against parents' consent. They
This
didn't
is so
have it.
fucking bad. Weight Watchers is awful. They're like single-handedly responsible for I don't know how many
So this
deaths
is actually,
related to weight issues.
This is a
freaking diseases.
Actually a violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPA, which requires apps, websites, and online services that target kids to obtain a parent's permission before gathering, using, or disclosing personal information from children under 13 years of age. Until 2019, the users of Weight Watchers apps would sign up for the service and indicting online that they were a parent signing up their child or somebody over the age of 13, the FTC said. A settlement order requires WW and its Curbo unit, whatever the fuck that is, to pay $1.5 million in penalties and delete sensitive health information. The FTC chair, Lena Khan, said our order against these companies requires them to delete their ill-gotten data, destroy any algorithm derived from it, and pay a penalty for the law-breaking. Weight Watchers, the diet company from 1960s, acquired technology startup Curbo Health in 2018. They released the health and wellness app, Curbo by WW, in 2020 for kids between 8 and 17 years old. The launch proved controversial, with eating disorder researchers, therapists, and pediatricians,
Exactly.
those concerned with it, further stigmatize heavier children. Listen, I get that they're trying to go ahead and kind of curb the weight problem because, listen, America is the most obese country in the world, I think. I think it's been proven that we are. Our Big Macs and hot dogs are just throwing us over the loop. But in the same time, these are minors.
Right.
And listen, the parents are the ones that are supposed to be are handling their diet and their kids, not WW. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. I mean, and that's the age when eating disorders start, is usually with kiddos.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's picking on them or whatever, and they feel like they need to lose some crazy amount of, and you got these Weight Watchers groups feeding the kid, yeah, keep losing it. Yeah, this, and making them feel bad. I don't like the idea of them messing with kids that way, but I really don't. I don't like it. And this just proves that it's right, that I am right to say I don't like it.
The financial penalty for WW and Curbo pales in comparison to a $170 million fine levied against Google in 2019 after the FTC alleged that YouTube violated COPA in delivering targeted ads to kids. So
there are instances, huh?
So WW is going to look to Oprah and say, "Hey, we need a $200 million loan."
This is one that actually I think Karen would agree with me on this one. There's been efforts by individual states to try and do that.
Yeah.
They tried to do that here, and they wanted to be able to record kids' BMIs.
Well, again, listen, I'm all.
I don't want
for
you
it.
telling a kid a BMI, really. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
stop it.
Maybe a
when
BM.
In an appropriate way, maybe.
Good.
When we were kids, they did that.
Yeah,
Don't you
did that back
remember
in-
in gym class?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
They
It was
did
horrible.
your measurements and everything.
But
and
that
then
was
they-
when I was in high school, though. I was like a
No,
teenager.
I remember doing
Ah.
it.
No,
in school.
younger.
I didn't
Younger.
I
remember doing it.
remember 5th grade,
Maybe I
and
karate kicked that ass, and it's like, hey, you ain't taking my BMI.
and I was overweight. I've always been overweight, even as a kid.
Me too.
And I was already being picked on, and then that made it even worse.
Yep, 6'4".
You get singled
330
out
right
like
now.
that. You gotta go climb on top of a scale in front of everybody else. That was
That's
horrible.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It
Really
doesn't matter
is.
whether you're overweight, underweight, or whatever. It's
I'm
fucking
scared to-
horrible to do to anybody.
Well,
I'm scared to climb on that
Especially
scale right
kiddos.
now in front of my own wife.
the thing
I don't want to
was-
get on the scale in the hallway of the doctor's office. Bring the fucking thing in the room, man.
the thing that was the worst for me, I was on a softball team when I was in 5th grade. And the sponsor of the team was Fat Boys Barbecue.
Yes.
Oh no.
So
Oh
here I am
God.
wearing my softball shirt to school because I thought it was cool. And I got picked on so bad.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That does. Fat
That
Boys
sucks.
Barbecue.
I mean, it's a good barbecue place, but
Yeah, but yeah, I
you
consider
know,
that would be
the
really
fact that
painful.
my shirt was Fat Boys Barbecue.
Hundreds and hundreds of fat boys can attest. This is good fucking barbecue.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that was pretty hard.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's just awful.
That's a lot of barbecue.
My worst memory actually of gym class in elementary school was being forced to dance barn dances with the boys. They made us pair up and do do-si-do, twirl your partner, whatever the fuck that is. It was awful.
Line dancing.
Oh my God. No, it wasn't line dancing. It was like do-si-do, go around your partner.
I
A big
remember
freaking
having to do
circle.
that.
Yeah.
Awful.
It didn't really bother me that much.
Hey,
Oh, I
who
hated it.
wants to live in the house that was filmed on Edward Scissorhands? It's actually right here in Florida, right up there in Lutz, the home where the famous portions of Edward Scissorhands was filmed is back on the market. I didn't know it went on the market in the first place, but it's back.
Does it still have fun hedges?
Yes, it does actually.
It's a lot of upkeep.
Mhm. Well, I'm sure that's why it has an asking price of $699.9. 3 bedrooms,
Wow.
2
You
baths.
can afford somebody to upkeep it.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It comes with all the movie memorabilia,
Wait a
including
minute. 2 bedrooms, did you say?
3 bedrooms.
Oh, that's
2
it?
bedrooms, 2 baths. Yes.
That much money? You better give me more than that.
Yeah. Again, it comes with all the movie memorabilia, including replica wallpaper in the kitchen that matches the kitchen in the movie. The listing says this is it. One of a kind Scissorhands shrine. Be one of the first families to battle for an epic historical movie property. That's what the listing says. I'm over here thinking it's going to continue. If you don't bid on this, Edward's going to come over and cut your hair or something shit like that.
Yeah, but they were cool haircuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe you shouldn't come on. All right, bid on the house, and we'll cut your hair. There you go. It'll be an incentive.
I'd rather have them cut the hedges. Those are really cool, though.
The front yard of the home had been redone, and it's similar to what the movie were put in. The house has a colorful garden with seating and lighting in place in the backyard. Movie fans of the potential home buyers can see a different virtual tour of the house by checking out Our Scissorland on TikTok or Instagram. Our Scissorland is all one word, OurScissorland.
Neat.
Yes, it really is kind of cool. I mean,
That's
to go
neat.
ahead and own the home that was featured in the movie, you gotta love that. Come on now.
Yeah, I could see where that would be fun, but like to stay for maybe an Airbnb, I don't know if I'd want to own it.
Well, see, it's Airbnb.
So much upkeep.
3-bedroom home as an Airbnb. You want to do that like a 6-7 bedroom home or a small bedroom.
No, I meant stay there. as a guest in an Airbnb. I don't know that I'd want to own it, but I might want to like go stay there.
Well, if you have that much money, you have $700,000 laying around just to go ahead and throw down on a house, not including closing costs and all the other shit. Oh, I'm sure you could probably go ahead and, like you mentioned, hire somebody to take care of it. In North Carolina's second school district is investigating accusations that a bus driver offered students $5 to swab their cheeks. We're talking about the mouth, not the butts. Just let you know, just to clarify.
Why?
About 10 kids who attend Ridge Road Middle School in Charlotte. Schools came home last month to tell their parents the same story. The bus driver gave them $5 to perform what she said was a COVID-19 test. Dawn Thompson told NBC affiliate WCNC of Charlotte that she was suspicious as soon as her 8th grader told her what had happened. Thompson said, I immediately said, a COVID test? Yeah, in my cheek. And I said, a COVID test not done in your cheek.
DNA is.
Yeah, where's
she running freaking genetics tests on our kids? What the fuck?
Maybe reporting back to WW. And I'm talking George W. And anyway, where did the swabs go? They wonder. It's unclear why the bus driver collected the students' saliva, but bus drivers for the Charlotte Mecklenburg schools are hired by the district. A district spokesperson told NBC News on Friday. The district statement said the driver is suspended and an investigation is ongoing. The alleged incident appears to be
suspended.
And it appears to be an individual acting in an unauthorized manner outside the assigned duties and without the district or school having prior knowledge. Thompson said at least one other parent had filed police reports. The police did not respond to requests for any additional information. Yeah, come over here, little Johnny. Let me swab your cheeks.
She's probably trying to see if they're lizard aliens.
Yeah. Try to see if you're really male or female. I don't know. I don't know what. Just saying. But kind of creepy. Kind of creepy.
That is twisted. But why is she only suspended? She'd be fucking fired, man.
Well, I think when they find the
hands
investigation,
in kids' mouths, you nasty thing.
Yeah. Well, at least there was a swab and not something else that could have been in the kids' mouths. That's all I'm saying.
What the fuck was on the swab?
No.
Where did it come from?
It came from a Q-tip box, I'm assuming.
An open box of Q-tips or individually wrapped? I mean, it does matter, man. You stick it in the back of some kid's throat.
Listen, do I look like the goddamn the news team to you? No.
I'm talking as a parent.
Call WCNBC
to knock her out.
Like that. What the fuck it is?
Sticking things in your kid's mouth. Just punch her out, man.
Stick it in.
I'm going to punch her.
I'm going to take
right
that
square in the kisser.
Your ass. That's what I'm going to do.
Seriously. I really want to know what the hell she was doing it for, you know? Like, what was the real reason?
Yeah, right? Like, what are you doing swabbing a kid's mouth? Number one, COVID, you have to do it right up the fucking nose, which hurts.
You can do it in the back of the throat. You can go orally and do it to the back of the throat.
I don't see any test that's doing it, at least not at home.
In a hospital, maybe, but they usually don't mess around with possibly triggering. Yeah, no.
I doubt very seriously, though. I doubt very seriously this bus driver worked for the fucking hospital. That's all
I think she was looking for aliens.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Little Johnny, I just realized your dad was a gremlin. Sorry. I thought you'd be the first to know. You better go home and tell your mommy.
What was with the cone heads? We're from France.
Yes, we're from France. Ramulak. Are you ready?
We're from France.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know we were.
Yeah, we're like at the end of the show.
News yet.
Like 6 minutes to go, and then we gotta split because the weekend's here.
I had one pulled up.
You had it pulled out? I mean, pulled up. I'm sorry. Ooh, angry.
Hey, that sucked. Stop.
What?
I just figured you could get it from both ends.
Probably. That probably. Yeah. Well,
but that was a little bit of an annoying scream in my ear, you know.
It was. But here, just in case you didn't
Brat.
hear.
Fuck you.
All right.
No, fuck you.
See, that's only two. You know what? You're behind.
I know. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
right, here's the good news with Alyssa. Go ahead.
Ukrainian soldiers adopted a freezing puppy who now stands guard for them. It's not all doom and gloom in the trenches in Ukraine. Sometimes it's head pats and belly rubs.
Yes.
That's because stray dogs like Rambo have been adopted by Ukrainian troops. He is security. That's his job. One soldier told Freedom News, gesturing to an 8-inch tall puppy curiously hopping around, wondering who the camera crew were. We took him into our post and he stayed with us, others said. We felt sorry for him. It was freezing outside. The soldiers said that little Rambo was so small when they found him that
Rambo?
he fit right in the palm
That's
of their
cute.
hand.
That is cute. And listen,
Yeah.
why do belly rubs and head scratches have to be? I want my head
cute
scratched.
Little puppy too.
Is it? You got a
Yeah.
picture?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to see.
All right, don't worry about it.
But anyway.
But yeah, nice, cute little puppy doggy.
Anyway, so where was I?
They were rescuing a puppy and giving him belly rubs.
It could fit in the palm of their hand when they found it. Okay.
Yes.
Beyond Rambo, a number of adult dogs also frequent the trenches, warming themselves near the cabins at night and wandering about during the day. The soldiers explain, can hear if a stranger is coming and give alert.
It's a human type, and they're going to make mistakes.
Yeah. This is the first time Ukrainian soldiers have been filmed taking care of stray dogs. On a BBC documentary,
Which we will not show
About-
because I don't want to get kicked off.
about the guards that keep watch over the Chernobyl exclusion zone and the dogs that live there. Over time, some have become the soldiers' companions, offering that most ancient of deals between man and nature: food and shelter in exchange for excellent senses of smell and hearing. They give us joy, said one of the guards. For me personally, this is a kind of symbol of the combination of life in this radioactive post-apocalyptic world. Anyway, that's it.
Cool. Very good. Great news, everybody. Great news.
I mean, you might be able to see it here.
I saw there's a bunch of pictures of them with cats too.
Oh, it's a YouTube clip.
Oh, I wasn't
here, let me
playing that video.
I don't know. But...
Oh, I can't get it to you, can I?
Yeah, there's a little puppy right there. Actually, it's coming in pretty good with a cell phone.
Is that the one from the story?
Yeah, that's the story one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
it's a cute little
Cutie.
puppy.
Those of you who can't see, it's a cute little dog.
Oh my God, he's so little.
He's so little, sweet.
If you
scratch the belly with my big index finger.
I popped it into a Google search. There are some really cool pics.
Oh yeah.
Dude's got kitty cat in his jacket. Female soldier with her cat on her shoulder. Lots of puppies. Oh, I found your puppy. I did. I found your puppy.
Did you? Did you really find the story?
I found a good picture of the puppy.
Oh, there you go.
Here, I just sent you a picture of the puppy.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the
Holy
puppy.
shit, found it.
Oh,
Holy shit!
I'm good. I'm very good at finding information.
Got like a minute.
Isn't he? He's adorable. I love that story.
Let me see if I can do this quick. I got a minute and a half to do this. All right, Jenny sent a photo. Come on, damn it.
Stories with cute puppies are always good.
We like cute puppies.
And from my perspective, the kitties too. But seriously, I punched in Ukrainian soldiers with animals, and there's so many of them that are adorable with cats and dogs, and
Come on,
so cute.
Come on. Gotta pee.
Shouldn't even be going through this, damn it.
Nah,
It looks
it's
almost like
tiny.
a miniature German Shepherd or something. It's really cute.
It's hard.
It's
It's hard to
tiny.
tell exactly. He's
Yeah,
adorable.
it's tiny, unfortunately. But here's
His snout's not big enough yet to tell.
yeah, and there's the soldier with the cat. So yeah,
I didn't send it to you big enough. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
That was
we
my
got-
mistake.
Yeah, we got to run. Jen, go ahead and salute and promote your shit.
Hey, come check out the Charles Richardson Show also on the IPM Nation station at ipmnation.com. You can find me at jencoffee.com, which I just posted a blog about my badass balls. You have to look for it to see it. And you can find my ruminations on The Mighty, where I am a contributing writer.
All right. And Alyssa, I know, doesn't have anything to plug except if she ever wanted to get her ears back up and running. That's the only thing. But
well, and I do stuff with the cricket and stuff too, so I can do like T-shirts and things.
Sweet.
Like that.
And I got to pee, so we're out of here. Visit
Rotown.com
while I go ahead and urinate. Take care, everybody. We'll see you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Volume. There we go.